Alright, YouTube, back again. The globe is out. This time the paint sticks are off, and now we have rubber bands all over it. Well, with my last video, everyone pretty much remained civil, and I didn't have to delete any comments. I appreciate that. Same rules apply for this video. Now, I've learned something. You actually weigh 1% less down at the equator than at the North Pole. So gravity apparently is not equal. I still have a hard time grasping that. But anyway, why are the rubber bands on here? Well, this is from real life experiences. I actually went to the Philippines, and the route I took was Milwaukee to Detroit to Japan, then to the Philippines. My wife's been there a couple times, and she took one time she flew out of Houston. She went to Moscow, down to Singapore, and then over to the Philippines. Another trip, she flew out of Chicago, straight to Singapore, and then over to the Philippines again. Now, this is what it looks like on the globe. And the rubber bands represent chemtrails. Alright, for those of you that don't believe in chemtrails, let's take a look at something once. Now, airplanes fly every day, and a lot of times skies are clear. Well, this morning, go to look outside, and for some reason they are all over the place. It's spraying it heavy here. Back on point here, if you apply our travels to a flat earth map, it's pretty much identical. No questions there. The questions are always in the southern hemisphere. Okay, and they do have YouTube videos where, say, if somebody wanted to take a trip from Chile to South Africa, the flight patterns they take always go up into Europe and back down. There is supposedly some phantom flight that goes all the way across, but they believe that doesn't exist. I don't know. But if you put that on a flat earth map, it's more of a straight line, as you see. But then again, you could look at that on your own. Now, I wanted to take a look at a flight plan that was over land, not over water. Alright, so my north and south destination, I chose Colombia to Buenos Aires and then back again. Let's see what the difference is. And I went and found a flight that I could get non-stop, and the distance is the same at 2,911 miles, going both ways. The time for one destination is 6 hours and 12 minutes, and the other is 6 hours and 21 minutes. Not a big deal. They're both on the same kind of jet, so they should fly the same speed. Normally you'd think so. No questions there. North to south works out. Alright, for my east to west destinations, I chose Germany to Japan. And on the computer I did find two flight plans. Alright, the miles are 5,813. Now this one, the return trip, the time is actually only 30 minutes. It takes 30 minutes longer going from Tokyo to Germany than it does from Germany to Tokyo. But I noticed the planes were different. So I went back and I found one with the identical planes, same trip, and this one, it actually takes 1 hour going from Tokyo to Germany, 1 hour longer than it does going from Germany to Tokyo. Alright, now I have my chemtrail rubber band connected to the destinations. And here's where my question comes. The Earth rotates this way. So if you jump on a plane in Germany, you are actually flying with the rotation of the Earth to get to Japan, and it takes 11 hours and 10 minutes. So my question is, why does it take an hour longer if you are flying against the rotation of the Earth, to get back to Germany, it takes an hour longer. You should be covered with the Earth's rotation, you should be covering more ground quicker. In other words, if you were to take a helicopter, fly straight up from Japan, and just hover there, 5 hours later, you'd be 5 time zones when you landed. Okay, that doesn't make any sense to me. Now, if this planet wasn't spinning, say the Earth is still again, the wind usually comes out of the west and blows to the east. At least that's how it works in the United States. So yes, I could see a plane flying against the wind taking longer. But now, if this Earth is supposedly spinning, you got that advantage working as well. That's the part that doesn't really make sense to me. So if all commercial airlines fly between 500 and 575 miles per hour, how is it covering more ground coming from Germany when it's flying with the rotation of the Earth? How's it covering more ground than going against the rotation? That doesn't make any sense to me, because on a 12-hour flight you should be 12 time zones past your destination if you were to just hover in a helicopter again, come back down. So the plane is actually moving slower. It's not covering as much ground, and every hour the plane is actually gaining an extra hour because of the time zones. It just don't make sense to me.